Dee Williams here, KAM team member, and I come to you during this Holy Week to talk about one of the 7 last words of Christ. And I chose Luke 23:34, Father, forgive them for they know not what they do. And the reason I chose this is because forgiveness is often a reoccurring theme in our life. And it's something that we deliberately have to work at. It's also one of Christ's 7 last words that I'm most familiar with. When I started looking into this, I looked up the definition of forgiveness, which is the conscious, deliberate decision to release feelings of resentment or vengeance toward a person or group who has harmed you, whether they deserve it or not. So forgiveness is given, whether or should be given, whether they deserve it or not. As I continued looking, I saw that I found that there are 3 types of forgiveness. The first one I'll talk about is called forbearance. It's a partial apology, or it comes with an expression of sorrow. That's if someone came to you and said, I'm sorry, or I didn't mean to, I didn't intend to. It may not be the apology you hoped for. They may not have taken any ownership in the harm or hurt they caused to you, but they still came to you. They've asked for forgiveness, and you said, yes, I forgive you. Oftentimes when we give this type of forgiveness or forbearance, it's similar to forgive, but not forget. The second one that I'll talk about is called release. It does not necessarily require forbearance, does not require you to continue a relationship, but you no longer define your life in terms of the hurt that was done. You release your bad feelings and your preoccupation with the negative. So you apologize as a way to make yourself feel better. And as we should, because oftentimes holding on to unforgiveness is more damaging to us than those who have done something to us or caused hurt or harm. But the last type of forgiveness that I'll discuss is called exoneration. And that one is wiping the slate clean, restoring a relationship to the full state of innocence as if it never happened. And that's what Christ did when he died on the cross for us. That's what Christ did when he asked his Father, forgive them for they know not what they do. Whether they're willingly sinning against your word, whether they're intentionally being rebellious against your word, because sometimes we know that there are things that we've done and we will go to the Father and we will ask for forgiveness. But there are some times where we fail Christ daily and that we don't know. But his love for us, he sent his son to die on the cross. And while he was in pain, while we were mimicking him, while we were hurting him, throwing stones after 3 days of praising his arrival, he still asked